Grant Cardone talks about the single-digit millionaire as the new middle class. We're going to dive deeper to better understand what he actually means. Welcome to Achieving Success Through Failure. So in this article, he basically mentions an example in which a 30-year-old person has $1 million and decide to stop working. If their average expenses every month is around $4,000, that would only last them until they're 51. So let that actually sink in which if you basically have $1 million and do not have a source of income, then your resources are finite. And this basically is a picture in which you will have issues in the future when the value actually starts diminishing and the cost starts increasing, which we'll take a look in a bit. Let's ask Siri what inflation is.
It means a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money.
So, to put this in perspective, let's look at your paycheck. Has your paycheck actually increased to combat inflation? Do you have any other sources of income? If not, then this is what you're actually facing. Between at least 10% of an increase of all products, from actually food, utilities, gas prices are up 60%. And when you put it in perspective, those numbers, if you were paying, let's say, $100 for food before, now it's going to be $110, then that's part of inflation because your money has now been devalued with an increase in the cost of the products or the produce that you actually buy. But then if your total income or all the sources of income that you actually receive does not increase, then the question is how much is actually left? Or if you're already in the negative, are you digging yourself in a deeper hole? And what does that mean? Let's take a look at the numbers. With average salary just ranging around 53,000, that doesn't provide that much wiggle room. Of course, people would say it's like the real estate's going to go down while the interest rate actually went up, so your buying power just went down as well in what you can buy, because a 3% before with an 8% interest rate, now basically all the money that you're paying actually goes more towards your interest. How much are people prepared? So let's look, are they actually saving up for a rainy day, or are they going to get wet? One other thing that we actually have to mention is how much people are already in debt. These are between credit cards, auto loans, home loans. These are all things which are guaranteed that you need to pay off. And what is the end result if you can't pay? Then that means if you actually live in a house, you can get foreclosed. If you are renting, you could actually get evicted. You could actually get your car repossessed, and so on and so forth. So with all these problems that are ongoing, the first thing that I would actually advise you to do is actually take a look at where you are right now. How much income you're earning? How much are you spending? Which of those are actually necessary? How much do you actually have for a rainy day? And what is your solution to this problem? Because that's the biggest question. People would actually start buying lottery tickets and so forth and so on, but that's not a solution. A solution is actually increasing your sources of income so that in case anything happens, number one, you actually have some cushion to back on, and you have other forms of skill sets that you could capitalize on that would actually bring in money that would help you be sustainable even without your job. And if with your job, it helps you thrive more by allowing you then to have money set aside, not as a savings, but actually as an investment. Because if you've noticed, with inflation, the value of money goes down. That's why Grant says cash is trash. You got to put it in perspective. You have to actually use the money and allow it to actually grow and not just keep it. It's not really going to make you any money. It's actually causing you to lose money against inflation. So Those are the most important takeaways by actually understanding and breaking things down. Click a look at this previous link here, and that may help you with all the numbers that you need to know and set yourself up for success. This is Paul Del Prado for Achieving Success Through Failure. I hope you liked the video. Please click the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.